guys, welcome back to my channel. Mermaid Nina here with what I think or hope is going to be a fun video for you guys. I get a lot of you guys asking me this question, which I find kind of funny. I also get a lot of you guys asking me about my collection. That's right, I am talking about mouse ears tonight. I thought I'd come up with a video of my top 5 favorite ways to kind of organize or display or travel with my mouse ears. That's right, in case you guys haven't noticed, I have a problem. I have a complete and total obsession with mouse ears to the point where I own way too many. I haven't even counted them. I'm almost to the point where I'm afraid to count them because if the husband finds out the number, I could be in trouble. So I'm kind of keeping it a little secret to both him and me. Rather than counting them all, I just know I have way too many. But with that comes is so many issues because, I mean, what do I do with them, right? I can't possibly wear hundreds of mouse ears to the park each given day. So what am I doing with all these mouse ears? So I thought I'd come up with this video of the ways I like to display or hang them or travel with them to help you guys. So it doesn't matter if you guys own as many as I do, or if you only own a couple and you have a very baby growing collection of mouse ears. That's what we're gonna talk about. And rather than showing you guys each and every mouse ears, just note that the ones I'm showing in the videos are my favorite, are the ones I use the most often, which is why they're kind of out and about. So you can kind of see my mouse ears through this video. But like I said, owning so many mouse ears kind of comes with its own challenges. First, what do I do with them, right? Should I display them? How would I display them? Do I even want to display them? Do I want to display them all or just my favorites or seasonally? Does my husband even want me to display them? And then of course, when you display them, you have to worry about dust, mold, dirt, and all these kind of just environmental things getting on your mouse ears, and that might be a factor into where you put them as well. And so the issue just kind of comes to the how and where should I store them, and do I want them to be hidden or do I want them to be seen? Do I want to use them as some form of decoration, or like me, I use these weekly, right? So every video that I do, I'm wearing a different pair of mouse ears. So for me, do I want them out and about so I can easily grab them? That would be perfect for you guys who go to the parks really often as well. You might want them out and about so you can easily grab and switch out the different pairs. So that's what brought along this video. And then of course, whether you display them or store them at home, what are you gonna do if you take them to the park? I mean, what if you have different ears for different outfits? What if you put them on in the morning of the park and get your cute little picture, and then you start getting a headache or they get itchy or you're worried they're gonna fall off because you're going on a ride? What do you do with your mouse ears at that point? And then of course, how do you travel with them? How do you store them in your suitcase? Is it safe to travel with them in your suitcase? All of these such obnoxious, crazy questions just for a little old pair of mouse ears? Yeah. So anyway, guys, that's what we're gonna talk about in this video. And for those of you who are like, Nina, mouse ears, really? Yes. It's a thing, it's a problem, so we are gonna get into it. So the first thing, of course, is displaying them at home. You kind of have some options here. The first one we're gonna talk about is putting them on a wall, right? Putting them on the wall behind you as kind of a feature on the wall. Now, I have discovered 2 ways you can kind of do this. Just note that I'm gonna flash videos throughout this video, and one of the videos shows my bathroom, which is in the middle of getting painted. I have painted on a color. I can't decide if I like it or not. So if you see some weird stuff in that bathroom photo, just note I'm working on it. But anyway, so the first way on the wall is, well, they actually make these and they're on Etsy, right? They're like special wall hanging things that you fit underneath the ear, almost like a hand, and you hang it on the wall like this. And you can hang rows and rows of ears this way. You can get them themed, so it's like got a Mickey in the front, or you could get like a figment or a character or a castle or a princess, whatever you want. And of course, they're on Etsy.com, and I'm gonna pop up pictures and whatnot. But they basically have it so that like my hand is this little display here. So you can kind of just hang them up like this and they hang against a wall. They look super duper adorable. Now, Nina hasn't purchased these displays yet because I can't, to be honest, figure out which one I want. There's so many options and colors. Do I want a mouse head? Do I want a castle? Do I want another character? What do I want? So Nina hasn't purchased one. Instead, I went to decide if I even want them on the wall, right? Obviously, if they just sit on your wall, they will kind of collect a little bit of dust here, maybe a little dirt. So you do want to go out and kind of clean these frequently if you do put them on a wall display, but especially these flashy, like sparkly ones really look great on a wall, especially near a light. But because Nina couldn't figure out which one of these wall hangers to buy, I came up with my own idea, which is beyond cheap. You ready for this? You're gonna take at least a 2-inch long nail. You got that? You're gonna stick it in some form of vise or grip situation, and you're basically gonna bend the first like 1/4 inch of the nail. You with me so far? So the nail's gonna then look like this. See how it's bent? And the reason you want a 2-inch nail is so by the time you've bent the first 1/4 of an inch, you want at least an inch or so, depending on how wide your mouse ears are, to fit on the nail. Hopefully you're with me. So you wanna measure this depth right here of the mouse ears. They're roughly about an inch wide. So you can actually fit the nail on the ears. I'm gonna show a video that's gonna explain more, but it's actually gonna fit on the ears. So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna nail in the nail on the wall. You're gonna need two nails on the wall, and you can actually slip the mouse ears on top of the nails. You don't need anything else but that, just 2 nails. And by bending it, you've kind of held the mouse ears in place. So the wall holds it in place, along with this 1/4 of an inch kind of bent here on the nail, keeps the mouse ears in their place. Now I came up with this idea one day when I couldn't decide what other fancy idea I wanted. So I put them in the bathroom as I was deciding whether or not to paint it, what to do and what to display. And they're still up there. Those mouse ears have never, ever, ever fallen down. And it's just so convenient for me to walk past and grab the mouse ears off and put them on and put them back on the wall that really haven't done anything with them since. But if you want a cheap and simple way, a 2-inch nail will do the trick. But let's move on. So you want something fancy, you want something a little bit nicer, something that's going to display multiple ears. Maybe you already have them on the wall, but maybe you want something on top of a dresser or a nightstand or some form of shelf. Well, I actually got this display on Etsy. I have shown it before. I absolutely love it. There's a couple of different companies that sell these. You can get them in 2 different ways, kinds that kind of sit on a tabletop, which is the style I have, or you can get a style that hangs on the wall. They hold about 10 plus mouse ears. So this is it right here. How cute is this? I just got one in black. Usually you can pick out different colors. You can even have them engraved, have your name in here. It's a mouse ears holder. How adorable is this, guys? You see that? Those are about 10 of my mouse ears right there in this one holder. Maybe we can flip it without them falling over, but they kind of wrap around these little, metal rods here, and they just kind of stay. The other side is a Mickey as well, right? And it just kind of sits on my dresser and looks pretty. What I love about this display in general is that not only is it gorgeous and looks very pretty on your dresser, but it's really easy to take the mouse ears on and off. So because I wear my mouse ears constantly, I like being able to put my favorites in here or the ones I'm wearing seasonally in here. So it's kind of easy on, easy off. So I really specifically love this. Again, I will flash up where I got them from, but just note there are other companies that make them, and you can pick color, size, shape, all that good stuff. I think I paid between $60 and $80 for this. It was pretty expensive to ship, which is what made it a little bit more costly. But again, this is my pretty nice way to kind of display them on my shelf or my tabletop. Now, the next option is, let's say you don't have $60 to $80, or like me, you have so many mouse ears, you can't possibly buy 6 of these things and have them laying all over the house. One day I went to Target and we were shopping for baskets for back to school for one of the kids, I don't remember. And I came across this basket at Target. That's right, Target, guys. It comes in 2 different colors, gray and black. It's just kind of like a cotton coil, like wraparound simple basket, right? And it's got these handles. And I realized looking at this basket that it's the perfect shape for mouse ears. That is right. It's a 13-inch basket by Bright Room. Again, I got it at Target. I got these on sale for about $8. I think normally they're in the $13 range. Again, I will post it. But it's the perfect size for mouse ears. You can actually stack mouse ears in here. And on a whim, I thought, well, they're on sale. I'm just gonna buy a couple, take them home, see what happens. Yeah, I saw what happens, guys. Look at that. It fits about 10 to 12 mouse ears, depending on how thick and thin your mouse ears are. And it's just inside this basket. And don't worry, these snaps are removable. So if you don't like the look of these like little snap handles, you can remove them. I chose to keep mine on because I actually hook some of my mouse ear bows on the handle. But yeah, this is it. It looks super tidy on a shelf. So if you don't want to go with the expensive option, you can definitely go with this option again, like $8 to $13. It looks very nice on a shelf, on a desk, on a whatever, and you can do a few things with the basket, right? You can stick it in a drawer if you have a drawer that's deep enough. You can actually hide it under your bed, that's right. You can stick it up high on a shelf, or you can have a couple of them and display them in your room together. I mean, it kind of just depends on what you guys want to do, but I absolutely love that they hold so many mouse ears. I mean, the same amount as the nice stand, that's how many they hold. And so that way I can kind of rotate them, or I can easily swap between them. Like I said, stick a whole bunch of baskets under your bed, whatever you want. Get a giant tote, stick them inside that. You should be good to go. But I was pretty excited when I found these baskets specifically. So other than putting them on display, right, you can always do the boring thing, and that is just get a giant tote, Tupperware thing, and just store all your mouse ears in that. You can actually put them in the basket and then put them in the tote, or you can just kind of layer the mouse ears on top of each other and stick them somewhere, your basement, your garage, whatever. Because I have so many mouse ears, I actually have this as well. I have mouse ears that maybe are falling apart, aren't my favorite, are a little bit on the older side, and I absolutely have a whole bunch of mouse ears in a giant bin, you know, like the kind you can get at the hardware store or Target as well, that I keep in the basement, and I swap out as needed. So that's kind of like the boring way, but I actually like that way because that means dirt and mold and dust aren't getting on my mouse ears. So if they aren't the mouse ears that I'm going to be wearing for the videos, I put them in the bin and kind of store them away. So that's just kind of the options here, because I don't think my husband wants 100+ mouse ears up on display all over the house. I mean, I've never asked him, but I'm just assuming. So I try to only keep out the ones I'm going to wear and use and kind of hide the rest, right? That way he can't count them. So the other option, of course, is, all right, so we can put them on the wall. You can put them on a stand so they can be seen, or you can hide them away. What do you do if you want to travel with them, if you want to take them to the theme parks or some other situation where you might be wearing mouse ears? So first you have to figure out a way to pack them. So I have 2 ideas or ways that you can actually store and pack your mouse ears. The first way is actually what I personally do. It's pretty simple, actually. As you guys know, I love packing cubes. I talk about them all the time. I pack my suitcase with packing cubes. Mouse ears are no different. Here is my large size packing cube by Eagle Creek. It's got a zipper, it's got a mesh opening here. You can actually store and stack several mouse ears in this large capacity. I like the large specifically, not because I'm putting a ton in here, but it's as wide as it needs to be for those mouse ears to fit without them getting crushed, right? So here we go right here. They're all in here. I think I've got 6 in here right now. It doesn't really matter. But the mouse ears, and you can see the video, the mouse ears fit nicely inside here. So I could probably stack a few more, but what I like about it is it keeps them in one spot. They kind of cushion each other, right, being together. And I don't want the ears crushed or smushed. So when I'm actually packing this whole thing in my suitcase, I like to kind of stack the cubes together. I kind of put this one in the middle of 2 heavy ones because what I don't want it to do is to kind of shake around when it's on the airplane. Or I will purposely pack it in between cubes and maybe a blanket or a pillow. Again, you just want to stack it and pack it so it's not shaken up all over the place, damaging your ears. Because the last thing you want to do is put all your money into these ears. I mean, they're like $25 to $35 each. So you just, I think I have some that are 40 and 50 actually. So you just want to be cautious when you pack them. The other idea, of course, is to get a hat box. Yes, an actual old-fashioned hat box. You can find these on Etsy, Amazon, probably even Target. You can stack a few mouse ears in a hat box as well. They even make travel hat boxes. So depending on what you're doing, I mean, maybe you're someone who goes for a week and you have a special pair of mouse ears each given day. You can definitely go as far as getting a specialized hat box for your mouse ears. So that's what you do when you're actually traveling with them. But what do you do when you get to the park? So you're getting ready in the morning, makeup's on, outfit's on, you got your matching mouse ears, you're looking super good, yay! You go to take your pictures and the day kind of wears on and you're like, ugh, I'm getting a headache. Or man, let's go on a coaster and you don't want your ears to fall off. I have the product for you. I got this a while ago on Etsy. Unfortunately, the shop is currently closed. But you can get these all over Etsy, different colors, kinds, shapes, sizes, whatever you want. But this one is mine. How cute is that? It's a little Dole Whip. What you do is you store your mouse ears in this and you carabiner it on your backpack. So the backpack or the purse that you're wearing, you would put this on the back so it's hanging on the back of you. There's a little snap here that you just kind of snap off and take the ears off. Isn't that great? So you keep this on your backpack 24/7, whatever you want. You wear your mouse ears. When you're starting to get a headache or you're going on a coaster, you take them off, you put them in here, and they're safe. What I love about it is it keeps them locked into place, right? Your bow is not getting smushed. You can't lose the mouse ears, they're not gonna fall off, and they're stored on the outside of your bag instead of the inside, which means they're not really gonna get smashed or smushed or damaged with everything else that you keep in your park bag. So I absolutely love these. Plus they look cute on the outside. It's kind of like a new decoration for your park bag. So yes, I absolutely love this product as a way to kind of display or take a break from your mouse ears when at the theme park. But guys, that is it. That is my top 5 ways that I love to display or use or travel with my mouse ears because yeah, like I said, $25 to $40, whatever, per set of mouse ears. I've got quite the bit of cash here flowing in just mouse ears alone. And yes, I've purchased all of these myself. These were not freebies. I mean, my kids have bought them for me a little bit, but yeah, I mean, this is an expensive collection, let's just put it that way. So yes, you want to keep them nice and clean, but yet if you keep them all stored away, I mean, what's the fun in that? You never get to see your beautiful collection. But that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed my mouse ear collection a little bit, or the way I display or use my mouse ears. But let me know in the comments, are these types of videos helpful, or are you like, Nina, I don't care about mouse ears, I'm moving on? So let me know. But Like I said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful, or at least you found it interesting to see how I display and showcase or store my mouse ears. But as always, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. If the subscribe button is red, please click it, turn it gray, hit the bell icon for notifications, like this video, and like I said, comment this video good, bad, neutral. Let me know. Do you want more of these types of videos, or do you want me to go back to tips and tricks for the parks? I find that a lot of you ladies especially, guys can wear them too, are like me. Each and every trip you buy 1 or 2 pairs, and eventually your collection just kind of grows, and then you don't know what to do with them, right? Like when I had 1 or 2 mouse ears, it wasn't a big deal. I just put them in a drawer and I moved on. But once I started getting like 20 and 30 mouse ears, was like, what do I do with these things? So the fact that the baskets hold 10 to 12, the stand holds 10 to 12, I can put a couple up behind me on my wall. That's always a good way to kind of put my favorites in a nice, beautiful way, right? So yeah, but let me know in the comments what you think, guys. But as always, mahalo for watching. Nina out. Bye, guys.